Well, ahoy there, cruisers!
Hey, cruise cabins are much smaller than the average hotel.
And we've stayed in so many now, over 20, that our experience and our 9 top tips about how to improve your cruise cabin will change the way that you cruise forever! So tip number 1 is to create more hanging space.
Yeah, did you know that most cruise cabins are actually a big metal box?
Wow. So you can use magnets to hang things up. On Amazon, you can get magnets that even hold up to £9 per magnet. So you can put up shoes and clothes and anything you want on the walls. And smaller magnets are really good for holding up things like documentation and the cruise planner.
Yeah.
And it just keeps it all from not being messy on the desk, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to have like a little place to hold certain things so that you know where they are. For example, your cruise lanyard or the cruise daily newsletter.
Yeah.
If it's hung up on the wall, you can just grab it on the way out.
Yeah, and we say the hanging bags as well, which you can put over the back of doors, especially for the bathroom, for your toiletries, because bathrooms on cruise ships are so small. And you can also get ones for wardrobes as well, where you can hang them on the inside of wardrobes to keep extra things like socks and little bits and bobs.
Yeah, if you need even more storage space, you can get these hanging bags that are actually for shoes, but there's so much storage in them, they're great for anything really. So number 2, we're going to talk about what's under the bed.
Yeah, guys, there is so much space under your bed, and it's always used for your storage. So if you lift up the little piece of curtain or the flap, whatever it's called, the flap.
The flap.
The flap.
You can shove anything under there, can't you?
Yeah, you can get all your suitcases and everything in there, guys. It's more than enough room to put 3 or 4 suitcases under, or anything you don't want on display in your room. So make sure you use that vital bit of storage.
And there's monsters under there.
So tip number 3 is to look out for the hidden storage in your cabin.
Yeah, you can find storage in all sorts of nooks and crannies on these cruises. You can sometimes find storage behind mirrors. There's sort of hidden panels on the wall where you touch it and it'll pop open. And particularly if there's a footstool, you might be able to lift that off and there'll be storage underneath there.
Yeah, so that's on Disney. On Norwegian Cruise Lines, we found hidden storage in the sofa area, so at the side of the sofa. But yeah, guys, we've been on cruises for 2 weeks before where we've only found storage at the end of the cruise. And we're like, oh my God, it's so annoying.
What you've got to do is when you first get into your cabin, imagine you're in an escape room.
Yes.
And you've just got to run around and touch everything.
Find all of the holes.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to touch everything and make sure that you like a little cupboard might pop out or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, make sure that you have a good look around to see if there's anywhere you can shove any more of your junk.
Or just don't bring the junk in the first place.
Tip number 4 is to bring a laundry bag.
Yeah, guys, this is a real must because on a cruise you're going to be changing so much. You'll be changing to go to the pool, then to port, then for dinner on the night. So that laundry really builds up. So if you bring a bag, we've even brought an IKEA bag before, just at the bottom of your wardrobe or under your bed, and just pop all your laundry in there. Then as soon as it's full, you know that's it. You can put it back in your case, or if you want to use one of the laundrettes on board, if you're lucky enough to be on a ship with a laundrette, you can just do your laundry really quickly. Yeah,
we particularly like you say like a bag because it means you can carry it from your room to the laundrette. Yeah. But quite a few people also take pop-up laundry baskets because they take up very little space in your suitcase, and it's nice to keep your cabin nice and organised.
Yeah, and if you're not going to need to use those clothes again, so you're not going to have to send them to the laundry, we just usually pop them into our suitcase under the bed so it's all away and there's plenty of room in the wardrobe.
Yeah, it's nice and tidy. You're not swimming in sweaty shirts.
No, we wouldn't want that. So tip number 5 is for packing cubes.
I love packing cubes so much.
He's got an unhealthy obsession with packing
I've got
cubes.
6 sets. I like them because they help you keep everything nice and organised in your suitcase. And if you have to unpack, it's easier to, just take a few cubes out, find what you're looking for rather than unpacking your entire suitcase.
Yeah, it's really handy, especially if you've got a hotel the night before cruise, for example. You can put all of your clothes for that day in a separate cube, so all you've got to do is take that out, then pop it back in with the used clothes. Yeah. It just separates everything really easily, so you can unpack quicker. And they come in all different shapes and sizes, so for shirts, for trousers, for socks, for underwear, whatever.
And if you want to be super, super lazy or super smart, is if you have all your t-shirts in one packing cube, or all your socks in a packing cube, and all your underwear.
You don't even need to unpack.
Yeah.
You just put the cube in the wardrobe.
Zip the top off and then slide the cube in the wardrobe. You're done.
Perfect.
Number 6 is to make sure that you've got the right plug sockets for electricity, baby.
Yeah, this is really important, guys. So do a little bit of research before you go away to make sure you've got the right sockets. On most cruise ships, especially not the so newer types, you've usually cruise, you've got European outlets and US outlets, and there really isn't many of them. So we recommend the little USB outlets with the plug, and then you've got different
two or three
outlets,
yeah.
Because usually extenders are not really allowed anymore. On the newer ships, however, you'll usually find USB outlets on the actual ship, so you can plug your things in to charge your phones, your cameras and everything really quickly.
Yeah, but even on the newer ships, you still might not have enough outlets, because if you think you've got maybe 4 phones if you're traveling with your family, and then there might be a Kindle, a tablet, an iPad, you know, all these things, your camera, it does build up and you end up, you know, searching for plug sockets.
Unplugging the lights, we've done that before.
Exactly, yeah, we've done that a few times. So, you know, you can just pack one of these in your suitcase. They're really small, they don't take up much space, and you can get them relatively cheaply on Amazon.
Yeah, super cheap on Amazon. We bought a few. We'll put the links down below where they're actually fast chargers as well, so they charge your things super quickly. So tip number 7 is a night light.
Yeah, we love to take a nightlight on our cruise. Sometimes we've seen people take actual battery night lights. We've used a glowing cube before.
Do you know the ones you get in free drinks? We've literally just put one of them in the glowing ice cubes. We put one of those in the bathroom before.
I've taken a little torch from me before just to put next to the bed on an evening, because when you get up for the night and you need to use the loo, it's pitch black.
Especially in an inside cabin.
It is literally pitch black.
And even on ocean view and balcony cabins, they usually have blackout blinds as well, so it really is dark in there, and you do end up tripping over people or pressing the wrong light switch.
Oh my gosh. So cruise cabin designers seem to have this running joke where they put the switches the other way around to what you think they should be. So the switch closest to the bathroom is usually the switch to turn on every single light in the cabin.
I reckon they're just having a good laugh.
How many times have we done that?
Yeah.
And it's like, then it just goes ping and every single light turns on.
Yeah, but even finding that switch anywhere when you're unfamiliar with the place that you're staying in can be an absolute nightmare. So trust us, take a little nightlight and you'll be grand.
Tip number 8 is to bring a portable speaker.
Yeah, so we take our little Bluetooth Bose speaker. It didn't cost us very much money because we love to listen to music whilst we get ready in the cabin. And it just makes it that little bit nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're having a gin and tonic, you're getting ready, you're putting your hair, you're doing your hair, putting your face on.
Watching the sun go by.
Exactly, getting ready.
Watching the sun go by.
On a night.
Watching the sea go by. How can you watch the sun go by? You'd be out there an awful long time, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
But yeah, the point of this is that we love listening to music.
Yeah, and it's nice to have a bit of music in the shower, you know, have a bit of a sing-along too.
Exactly, but make sure you keep it nice, not too loud to disturb your neighbours, otherwise they'll all be knocking on your door and coming to join the party. So our final tip is to remember the most important toiletries.
Yeah, we like to bring a room spray because it helps us remind us of our vacation and, well, you know, things happen.
Bathrooms do not have ventilation on cruise ships, so you get the idea.
Particularly if you're in an inside cabin, you may want it to smell like roses rather than something else. So bring a room spray.
It is really nice though, isn't it? And it genuinely does remind us of our holidays. Every time we go to America, we always visit Bath and Body Works and make sure we get a few room sprays, because then like years later when we smell that smell, we're like, oh, that was this holiday. It's
Sea
so
Island
nice.
cotton still reminds us of our first ever cruise.
Yeah, exactly, it really does.
Other things we might want to consider bringing as well is some hand soap. We like to take antibacterial liquid hand soap. God, that's a mouthful. Because we like to have one that we know that we like. You know, it works on my skin.
Yeah, and
also
you make sure you're getting the germs away as well.
The bars as well.
Oh, me too.
It's nice just having a little pump one next to the sink.
And we also bring some antibacterial wipes as well, just to give the cabin a quick wipe down. I know it sounds a little bit anal, but still we don't want to get ill on holiday, do we? Just to wipe down the knobs and things, give the knobs a good wipe.
So while I'm filling up the room looking for every hole and Ben's polishing the knobs, it's like that's our first day in a cabin.
Oh my god. So guys, we really hope that you enjoyed our tips here. If you've got any tips, make sure you leave us a comment and a like below. That really helps us grow our channel. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit that subscribe button and the bell button so that you're notified via email every time we upload a brand new video. We've got so much good stuff coming. We don't want you to miss out.
And if you'd like to support us even further, please consider going to patreon.com/Ben and David. Your support really helps us make more videos just like this one and more content.
So guys, that's it till next time. Happy cruising.
Well,
ahoy there, guys.
Cruisers. Hey, did you know?
Stuck in. Well, ahoy there. Do it together.
Okay.
3, 2. Well, ahoy there, cruisers. About how to make your cruise cabin the best will change.
Sorry, I was early. I was a bit premature.
What?
A premature forever.
Ready?
Well, ahoy there, cruisers.
Ready? Well, ahoy there, cruisers.